Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel about photography, and I'm currently specializing in food photography as well as macro photography, and I'm eventually hoping to get into portraits. So as an introduction to my video blog, I'd like to go over all of the equipment that I use as a photographer. Mostly I'm just going to be going over the current equipment that I'm using, not the stuff that I never use because that's not really important. So I'll start going over what I put in my camera bag or my think tank or whatever you want to call it. So I guess the first major item here that you guys want to probably see is my Canon EOS 60D. I love this camera, it's amazing. It can do a whole bunch of things, including tethering, and it's a digital camera. It's not full frame sensor. I do want to eventually get a full frame sensor camera, but right now I've got this. I love Canon, so I shoot Canon. The next thing I'm going to go over with you is my camera lenses. So the number one lens, I guess, that I use the most is actually my zoom lens for Canon, as you can see. It is a, hold on here for a second, 18 to 200 millimeter Canon zoom lens. It's not an L series lens, but it does have image stabilizer, and it's a fast lens, so I love this lens. I think I use it about 90% of the time for my photos. The next lens that I'm going to show you here, which I use for my macro work, I'll be putting up some examples of my photo later on, the photos that I take, but my macro lens that I'm using right now is the Canon ultrasonic 100 millimeter macro lens with USM. So here it is. Take a look at it. It's a really nice, stable, hardy lens. I really love it. Like, you can do anything with it and it's good to go. On my macro lens, I have a filter that I use, the Tiffin 58mm digital ultra clear lens. I just use that because I find with macro I'm doing a lot of close-up work and you don't want to really scratch the lens or anything. The other prized possession that I have here in my camera bag is the Canon L series fisheye zoom lens, which is 8 to 15 millimeters. You can see like the world with this lens, I swear. So this is what it looks like. It's got a huge camera lens cover, as you can see, so it just comes off like that. I'll show it to you from the side so that way you can see. There you go. That's the curve of the lens. The front of it, and there you go. So it's ultrasonic. That means like it's super fast at like focusing and everything. It's an amazing lens. I don't really use it that often, I guess. Out of all my lenses, I use this one the least, but when you want to do something really, really creative and different from like what every other photographer is doing out there, this is like the lens that you want to have. The next thing I'm going to show you here, well, I've got 2 battery packs for my camera and the charger that came with it. I bought it as a kit when I got the camera. The batteries last like a really decent time. I take a lot of photos, maybe per week, like, I don't know, anywhere in between 800 and 1,000 photos depending on what I'm doing. So I maybe like recharge my battery packs once a week to replace them. So 2 battery packs will last me 2 weeks, so I only have to recharge them once a month, maybe, and that's a lot. So, after that, I've got 2 Canon 430 EX2 speedlights. They come in a little soft, kind of cushiony bag here with Velcro, and I'll just show them to you briefly here. So that's what it looks like on the front. It's got a sensor here, so you can use them as a slave wirelessly connected to your camera. They also have a little diffuser that comes out on the top. I never use the diffuser because I have other light modifiers that I use and it doesn't really work that well, I don't find, but I don't know. I guess if you're stuck in an emergency, it could be practical. So that's the front. Well, that's the other side of it here, on the bottom. So I've got 2 of those. Really great if you want to do compact lighting. I also have studio lights, which I use, but I don't like to travel with them because they're heavy, like really heavy. So I'll put that over here. I have a Seagate Free Agent hard drive. I think it's got 500 gigabytes on it for extra storage. You always want to have one of these with you because you don't want to lose your photos. Back everything up, please guys, whatever you do, back stuff up. Light modifiers. This is what I have. I have 2 umbrellas here, which I use with my studio lights. I haven't ever used them with my flash yet, but I guess you could do that. They're made by Bowens. They're silver. Well, like, you can take them off because it's got a couple of layers on them, but you can have, like, they're silver and white umbrellas, and they're also black on the other side, so you can convert them to different colors. They're awesome. I also have a Aurora light bank, which my cats for some reason love to sit on and get hair all over, unfortunately. But it works amazing. I love this thing. I think it was $40 from Henry's. And so that's what the front of it looks like there. And out of all my lighting tools, this one I probably use the most, and I use it on my flash units. So this one is definitely something I would get and probably keep in my little equipment bag there. I also have 2 reflectors that I use. The reason I got 2 of them, actually, it's kind of silly, is because they came in kits that I bought when I got my studio lights, and I bought that as a kit, and a reflector came with that, so that's why I've got 2 of them, because the other one I just bought, and this one came in a kit, so I guess I got it back up. They're 5-in-1 reflectors, so they've got gold, silver, white, black, and a transparent layer on them. You can switch them for whatever you want, so that's what those guys look like. Well, they expand out to a larger size, but... And then I also have, this is going to look ridiculous, but I have a homemade snoot that fits onto my camera flash. So this is my flash here. You just pop it on like that and you got a homemade snoot. I actually made this out of like construction paper and white duct tape, yeah. And the reason I made one was because I went to the Henry's Exposure Expo in Toronto, and Gary Fong was selling his collapsible snoots with grids, and I really wanted one, but they were $110, I think. So I made my own one at home, and it works pretty much the same. I don't know. If you have the money, sure, go out and get a Gary Fong one, but this is my snoot here. Really high tech, I know. I also have a Expert Selects tripod for my camera. I'll open that one up. So I think this one was like maybe $25 or so at a Black's Photography store in Ottawa, and this is what it looks like on top. I like this tripod because it has sorry guys, 1 second here. I like this tripod because if you look at the top of it, it has just like levels here, and there's also a level here which shows you whether or not your tripod is like flat if you want it to be taking a straight picture. Also, this comes off and you just attach it to the bottom of your camera. Do not lose this though, because if you lose this piece, the whole tripod is garbage and you have to get another tripod, because apparently they don't sell these pieces individually for some reason or another. Yeah, that's the only downside of Expert Selects, I guess. So that's my tripod. And the last thing I'm gonna go over with you guys here are my studio lights, which this is the hood that goes on them right here, and this is what they look like. They are Bowens Gemini 200 watt studio lights. They're supposed to be portable studio lights, but like I said earlier, they're really heavy and the bag is like the size of me, so I don't bring them with me anywhere. I only use them if I'm doing like shoots in a studio or something. So this is what they look like. They've got a main lamp and they have the flash tube going around the outside of it. I really like them so far. They do an amazing job with the lighting. You don't like really need to go all out and buy like the 500 watt or more necessarily right away. I just try to use what I can afford, and right now that happens to be the 200 watt, and they do a great job. They're really super easy to use. They're literally like plug and go. You just plug them into a wall and you turn this dial here for the amount of power that you want in your lights. Really easy to use. I have two of these because they came in a kit of two. The kit included those umbrellas that I showed you earlier, as well as a Diatran background drop stand and a background material, as well as it came with the two stands for these guys here. Don't want to drop these, but I have heard that if you do drop them, they're still like pretty good. They're pretty durable, so I really like these guys. And yeah, so that's what I have in my camera bag. I will be doing videos later on more about like each individual product that I use, and like I guess I'll do reviews on them. So like if there's a specific thing I have here that you saw that you want me to do a more like a deeper in-depth review on, just post underneath down here and I'll do a review on that. And any questions that you have, I guess, go ahead and ask. I'll also post the link to my online web portfolio. I've been doing photography for 6 months now. I took the Online Photography Institute course, and my first tutor for the professional photography course was David Goldman, who is in New York, which was all done online, but it was still like a really awesome course. And right now I'm doing the Food Photography Advanced module with George Sieper, who is an awesome guy. I love him. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think, what kind of videos you want to see, whether or not you want me to do product reviews on equipment that I have, or like what my experience is so far doing food photography and like portrait work and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, let me know about what you want to see. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.